CrossFit Nordic, Mads Jacobs, and CrossFit Firewall. My name's Joel Gadet. Standings after test one, Jennifer Muir with 100 points and a test victory. Karen Freyova, we just saw, 91 points in fourth place. Top 11 women are advancing to the CrossFit Games after this weekend. And Mads, we have 3 rounds of 3 minutes.
We do. Each 3-minute interval consists of 5 ring complexes. After that, 20 single leg squats. After the rest of the time, it is max burpee box jump overs. And then rinse and repeat 3 times.
A recipe for success brought to us by RP.
Patience on the rings. Make sure you utilize that kip completely, because trying to muscle your way through it is going to get you in trouble. Second thing is push all the way to the buzzer. Do not allow yourself any rest until you hear the buzzer.
In lane 10, Claudia Gluck came in with a host of expectations. The French woman, 57th in event 1. She'll look to dig herself out here in test 2. Down to Lauren Smith.
Thanks, guys. So behind me, one of the most influential women in the sport is going to take to the field, Annie Thorisdottir. She's a 2-time fittest on earth. Look at that, back in 2009. That's how long she's been at this game. And she's got 6 podium finishes as well. She's proved that you can come into the sport, you can give it your all, you can get medals, then you can go away and you can start a family. You can have a baby and you can come back and still stand on that podium. She's going to be going for her 13th Games ticket here today. And whilst it didn't quite start off possibly in the way she wanted, well, it's going to come down to this event right now to get her competition up and running.
Lauren, thank you. A 7th place finish for Annie Thorisdottir in test 1 as she prepares for test number 2. It starts with the ring complex, toes to ring, muscle up, ring dip. Mads will talk about this a bunch with Annie when it comes throughout the course of the weekend. If she could win the Noble CrossFit Games 10 years apart from when she last won it, one of the most incredible accomplishments in sports.
Well, absolutely, but just the ability to come back so many times. I think, obviously, I would love for Annie to win the games, but I just want to see her at the games. I want her to be out there inspiring other parents to keep continuing their athletic careers after they've had kids as well. And if anybody out there is wondering, well, can I start now that I had a kid? Yes, there you go.
We're off the rings and to the single leg squats. Thorisdottir, Angonese, Megala, Horvath, Tall, all across the middle of the field going to work. Claudia Gluck, we just saw there in lane 10. We talked about her having to do some work. Here's Emma Tall. Fuliano with 49 in the last heat is the new number to beat here.
49.
47 for Garnis, 41 for Vunger. And then, of course, Wirtz had 45. Those are the only people to crack 40 at this point.
So Emma Tall and Laura Horvath made it to the box at pretty much the same time. Gabriela Megawa and Manon Agonias making it to the box pretty much at the same time as well. So you got these 2 blocks of athletes, these 4 athletes out there slugging it out, because they need a good score in the first interval, to make sure that if there is a tiebreaker, they're coming out on top.
1 more minute to work here. Claudia Gluck is the first person at the bottom of your screen to advance the box.
At the same time as Annie Thorisdottir.
Remember, Gluck finished in last place in test 1, 57th. She came in 10th out of quarterfinals, so some work to do. Certainly not out of it, looking for her first qualification to the CrossFit Games.
Well, knowing Claudia Gluck, obviously she wants to make it and get a ticket to go to the games, but more than anything, she's looking to redeem herself. She's not happy with this.
10 more seconds.
3, 2,
we got a minute to reset before we do this again for another 3-minute round. And that rep did not count. You could see the explanation from the judge. She didn't come down off the box in time.
Oh.
It is a box jump over. That's a box jump. She did not get down.
Oh. Well,
so that was her starting the box jumps. But yes, that last rep did not go into the bag.
Well, she's got to be happy with her start. No, there's no need to kind of labor on that. So the 5 ring complexes we're talking about is a toaster ring, a muscle up, and a ring dip. The thing is that they do not need to be unbroken. What you can do is you can do the toaster ring, then jump off, shake your arms, come back up, do the muscle up, and then the ring dip. No problem whatsoever. Also, by the way, I may have forgotten to mention, you need to be unbroken on the pistols. Unbroken meaning that you need to come to full extension of your knees and your hip, and the leg you're not working with needs to be off the ground, cannot touch the ground.
That no rep was costly because Annie Thorisdottir is your leader after round 1. 20 reps. Claudia Gluck, 19. Manon Anganese, 18. Tori Helgadottir, 18. Also someone who had a tough test 1.
Annie Thorisdottir looking strong on that dip. That's typically what the movement that's getting people in trouble.
And Gluck, along with the rest of the pack, comes off first. It's interesting. You can see on the bottom of your screen, Claudia Gluck angles in as she does these single leg squats.
Yeah.
And now she angles out.
I was going to say, maybe she wants to see where everybody else is at, and then it's like, no, that's not it. The interesting point is that Annie is a lot later to the party than the first athletes. You got Laura Horvath, you got Emma Tall, you got Gabriela Magawa, you've got Claudia Gluck out there, but Annie's behind all of them.
Patiently taking her time.
Yeah.
Strive provides remote coaching software for your box and your personal training programs. With an all-in-one software solution, Strive helps you save time, track your athletes, and engage your community. Visit Strive.app or scan the QR code on screen to start your 14-day free trial. Claudia Gluck has now moved past Annie Thorisdottir.
She is 1 rep ahead of Emma Tall right now. So bottom of your screen, blue shirt, Claudia Gluck. The burgundy shorts almost at the top of your screen, that's Emma Tall. There you have her, Emma Tall left side.
Tall had 19 reps had 18 reps just behind Gluck in the first round.
Emma's doing a really nice job of just being fluent as she's coming over the box. I would have loved for Emma in a perfect world, and it's easy for me to say I've got a resting heartbeat of 45 and a cup of coffee, but I would have liked her to come off the ground just a little bit faster than she does right now. But the transition over the box is brilliant.
Gluck again advancing that box. We're supposed to see Claudia Gluck there. I don't quite see her. She's a big John Cena fan. Maybe we'll check in on who's in lane 10. Small sect of people that got that one.
I think I was on a podcast with her, and we asked her, what athlete would you like to hang out with? And she said John Cena, and I was like, hey, you've got my vote.
Thorisdottir caught herself almost falling off the box. Final seconds, done for round 2.
It's so great to see Emma back at competition. She missed last year's semis due to illness, and things have changed. She's been managing over the last couple of years a tear to her patella tendon, and jumping's always been a problem. To see her out in that field doing as well as she is just goes to show how strong she could be this season. I was in the warm-up area and she was chatting with her coach, and her coach just goes, "You don't need me, you know what to do," and just sent her on her way.
I'm not sure if "you don't need me" is the thing. Okay. Yeah. Tall is 1 rep behind your leader, Claudia Gluck. 36 for Gluck, 35 for Tall, also for Annie Thorisdottir. Gabby Magala has 36 as well, so it's Magala and Gluck. Oh, there she is. 36 to lead the way. Back to it for your final set of 5 ring muscle-up complexes. Claudia Gluck doesn't win this test and wave her hand in front of her face. I'm going to be very disappointed.
No pressure at all on the poor woman out there having to do all these muscle-ups and ring dips at all. She's got a great backswing right here, allowing her good time to elevate her hip and then get on top of the rings. Then a strong kip, drive her out of the bottom position. And just as I say that, she stops kipping. Never mind. Something about jinxing people on the rings. I should probably stop doing that.
Emma Toll, left side of your screen, comes out early. Laura Horvath next to her in lane 5, trying to make a statement. 24th place finish in test 1. We've got a bunch of ladies here in heat 5 and 6 that are trying to bounce back after tough test 1s. They've done that. Gluck, you can see behind, she had a no rep just a couple of moments ago on the rings. That dip, she didn't come down deep enough there, Meds.
Yep. And that's what happens. I mean, you start getting tired, and so you're not going to hit the bottom position. You stop. I mean, we talked about it. She stopped kipping the dip as well. It's just like you try to muscle your way through it. Gets you in a little bit of trouble. Then again, she's routined enough. She's got enough routine to go out there and fix it, which is why she's already on the pistols.
Thorisdottir 2 reps off the lead. You've got 1 minute and 10 seconds left to get to the box jump overs and add. Again, the burpee box jump overs are the only thing that count for your score. Everything else is just a gatekeeper.
So 1 more minute to go for Emma Toll.
Trying to make up for lost time, didn't compete at semifinals last year and has come out with a vengeance here in 2023. 45 more seconds, and Toll has now picked up that methodical pace she had in round 2.
She is crushing it now.
Laura Horvath has joined the party.
And Laura Horvath has a tendency to just fly under the radar, and there she is, in the very minute you need her.
Tough to say about someone who's a multi-time podium finisher, but it's true. We'll talk about her flying under the radar as we go throughout the weekend. Toll pushes ahead. Toll is going to be your test winner with 10 more seconds to work.
Toll, I'm impressed with what she's doing right here.
That is your new leader. That is your test winner, Emma Toll, closing out day 1 of competition with a phenomenal statement.
"54 reps. So Gluck was doing great to start with. Box jump overs, crushing them, no problem at all. Then she got back and had a no rep and kind of got herself in a little bit of trouble. Annie was in the mix very early on, but as we got a little bit further, the other girls were just faster on the rings, and Emma Toll was one of these girls. Once she got to the last interval, she just went on an absolute hunt. She did a great job though, getting off the floor really, really fast, and throughout the entire event, everything she did was just an easy transition over the box and expending very little energy. 54 reps.
First career test or event win for Emma Toll at a semifinal. She was